Hello and welcome to The Burning Question. I'm Callum Toomey and today we're here to debate whether reigning Premier Richmond is a certainty to go back-to-back. Joining me to do battle is hardened warrior Nick Bowen. It's the first time he's been called that in a while. And Burning Question first-timer Riley Beveridge. Riley, welcome.
Thank you.
Where do you sit on this one?
I think they're not a certainty to go back. I'm here to argue on Damien Hardwick's side that at this stage of the season there's no certainties to go back-to-back. And here's why. If you look at the current top 8, I think every side in the top 8 could make a case that they could beat Richmond.
Every one of them?
Every single one.
That's lunacy.
West Coast, already beaten them this year. Collingwood were level at three-quarter time with 2 on the bench. Port Adelaide, already beaten them this year. GWS, already beaten them this year. Melbourne's the best downhill side in the competition. When they got in a roll and with Max Gawn's tapping it to his midfielders, you can't stop them. Hawthorn in September, I'd trust Alistair Clarkson with my life. And Geelong, same situation as Collingwood almost. Got to within 3 goals and only had 2 on the bench and half their squad.
You don't get any prizes, mate, for getting close.
Nick, that's a good start from Riley. He's off the mark well. Yep.
Yeah, you think?
Yep.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Why? What's your take?
Well, you don't get any prizes for finishing. Half of them they haven't even got close. Or they got close and you think that's good enough. No, this is not good enough. And the biggest thing, Kel, is that they're the masters of the MCG.
They are.
This is where the grand finals played. They're unbeatable there.
Well, they've won
18 straight wins.
They got the 18th on the weekend.
The nearest team to them this year, the Hawks, 13 points in round 2. Now, you talk up Collingwood, Riley. They got smashed by 43 points early in the year, 28 points on the weekend.
With 2 on the bench.
Well,
both times.
Again, they got smashed. I mean, look, that's fantastic. Melbourne, the downhill skiers referred to, 46 points, and look, they're just so dominant there. I think that the thing is, Cal, a lot of teams can go with them for 3 quarters, but then that last quarter they just find a way.
We saw that on the weekend, didn't we? The Pies were there for 3 quarters, but then it was all over.
Their pressure just wears teams down, and I think that their big names rise to the occasion.
All right, he makes a good argument there, Riley, but are the Tigers one stumble away from a nightmare scenario?
They are. They could have GWS at the G in that qualifying final, the most informed side in the competition. They've won 7 of their last 8 without Jeremy Cameron. If they have a slip-up in that qualifying final, all of a sudden the road goes through Perth. They have to beat West Coast at Optus Stadium. They haven't won interstate all year. Carlton has won more interstate games than Richmond this season.
You sound like a Blues supporter up and about after the weekend.
So I just think if they have to go through Optus Stadium in that preliminary final, they wouldn't want to do that. The Eagles are one of the informed sides in the competition, and even at the G, West Coast probably looked more convincing against Collingwood than Richmond did on the weekend.
Big call. Big call. Nick, you're a fan of...
I'm lost. There were that many ifs there, the ifs and this and that.
Nick, you're a big fan of what they have produced, their support cast.
Can I just regather my thoughts? I mean, that was just so confusing. But no, look, I am. I think that they this year, I mean, we know how good the stars have been, Dusty, Cochin, Jack Rewald and, of course, Alex Rance. This year, I reckon they're absolutely bulletproof. And the reason is because the support cast have just really stepped up. Shane Edwards now, I think, has got an argument to be an A-grader these days. Kane Lambert not far behind. Dion Presser as well. Then you've got the forward line, Josh Keddy. Keddy. Can't get it. Josh Keddy is supporting Jack Rewalt for 35 goals. It's 14 goals more than he's ever kicked in a season. He's still got 6 games to go. So Jason Castagna, Butler, we all know the Mosquito fleet. And I reckon in defence, as good as Rance is, it's David Asprey who takes all the keys to the matchups, and Dylan Grimes is that tall who can play on anyone. I just think that they're so deep now and so reliable that I just can't see them getting beaten. You can talk about all the ifs and buts as much as you want, but what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that Richmond are going to go back-to-back.
Riley, closing statement, anything?
I just think that there's no certainties. If you look at the ladder the last couple of years, the Dogs were 7th at this stage of the season.
Don't sit on the fence. Say what you think's going to happen. Come on.
Richmond deserve to be favourites.
You know they're going to win. You know they're going to win.
Okay.
You know they're going to win.
Well argued. Good to have you on board, Riley. Well done again, Nick. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon on AFL.com.au with another burning question. We'll see you then.